Hello everyone, it's your boy DankNam here. If you guys haven't heard already, there's an expert panel on SCL that got added recently, and it's basically full of the most intelligent players and fan forces that knows what's good and what's bad in the game, and they make changes in the SCL build to make competitive fan forces better and more balanced and more fun to play. In this video, I'm going to be going over the major changes with some of the main leaders of the expert panel and find out the reasons on why they did what they did to the SCL build that will impact and change the whole entire game of fan forces in a good way. Let's get right into the video. Enjoy. Alright, let's start with the first one. The Empslide movement technique has been unbanned in match play. Let's talk about that. Why is that? Why is it unbanned?
Well, pretty much, it was really hard to referee because, like, it's just really hard to spot in general if you don't know what you're looking for. And even then, you can only watch however many people at a time. So there were people getting away with it, and there was no real way to punish it. And as well, I think it encourages just a higher skill ceiling for the people that can pull it off.
And let's talk about how this would change the game. Let's say all the pros learn how to Empslide. You know, everyone's going to start moving faster. Would this be annoying at all? Would this make the game really fun? How would you guys think Empslide would be if everyone knew how to Empslide?
I don't think it's going to make as big of a difference as people think it will. I mean, the people that already know how to do it'll do it, and then there's some people like myself, I'm not gonna learn the movement technique at all. I'm not gonna try it because I don't really need it to be good. And it is faster, but I don't think it's like too much faster.
Let's go down. The frag count has been reduced from 3 to 1 in match play. 3 to 1. Can you guys, get a little bit in depth on why that is? Why did you guys switch it from 3 to 1?
Well, I'll go first, Bryce. Okay. I don't think it's actually going to affect gameplay as much as people think it will. All that's really going to happen is you're not going to have people like the infamous Zuto continuously throwing grenades one after another in the same spots and just using it as one of their only methods of getting kills. You're going to have people using it more for objectives and only for objectives because that's all you really need to use it for. And even reducing it from 3 to 1 might seem like a big change, but the amount of times you die and reset that one grenade you do have in comparison to if you had 3 and you only use 1, then you die, then you have 3 more, then you only use 1, then you die. It's not actually that much of a difference. But it will promote the gameplay that we're looking for, focusing more on gunfights rather than grenades.
And do you think the game will still be fun? You think it's going to make the game more fun? Or you think there's like a little bit of a risk that some players might not?
Well, I think very few people really crutched on grenades. And all it's going to do is make those people the vast majority of people who didn't crutch on grenades less infuriated for other people who do. That's really the only change it's gonna encourage. So
let's go down here to the gun changes. So let me just read off all these secondaries. There's a lot of them that have been banned from match play. We got the Tech 9 Turbo Shotgun, the G18, M93R, Micro Uzi, MP1911, M79 Thumper, Thought Off, Sega 12U, and the Judge. Let's start off with the big elephant in the room there. Why ban all the other secondaries?
So what was discussed was that it may not seem like these secondaries can have a big impact, but it's not about like the current meta is the Serbi shotgun, of course, and the Tech 9, but it's the fact that these weapons can have so much potential to outgun any primary weapon that we decided that they should be banned.
Okay, so we pretty much looked at all the secondaries and we were like, okay, which can reliably outgun primary weapons in close range? And so as like a borderline, we said, okay, all of these secondaries have 1,000 RPM or more, they're gonna get banned. Okay, these guns are secondary shotguns, they'll also get banned. And it makes sense to ban secondary shotguns considering we already banned all primary shotguns. Same mechanics, still busted. So yeah, that's pretty much what we thought. And we did play a scrim earlier with it, and honestly, I enjoyed it.
And just to let the people know that don't understand the Tech 9 Serbu Shotgun ban, can you guys explain the reasoning on why the Tech 9 Serbu Shotgun was banned?
So basically, the Tech 9, it outgunned any primary.
Any primary.
Yeah, any primary, and then pretty much the only thing that was going against it in the meta was, I mean, itself, and then the Serbu, especially if you had like, I mean, and only the Serbu, like if you could actually aim with it. So it was just a very overpowered weapon for the state of the game.
Yeah, let's go down the list again. Only primary that's been banned was the RPK-12. So why was that gun banned?
Pretty much its burst mechanic gives it like 1,000 RPM, and we didn't want people abusing it. That's pretty much the only reason. As far as I know, we couldn't really change it, so it didn't have the burst. I mean, there's no reason to use it without the burst anyways, so.
Alright. And 7.62 conversion for the COLT LMG. That's been unbanned from match play, and why is that?
Pretty much just to give another option for LMGs. We felt it was balanced enough that we could re-add it, and it's not going to be like super OP or anything.
We're also we're planning to unban a lot more conversions in the future. This was just like the starting point for it.
And what does the conversion do? Do you guys know?
It just increases the damage a tad bit, and then you lose a little bit of ammo, and of course you'll get more recoil. That's about it.
Okay. Yeah, that's a pretty good trade-off. So with the gun bans and the frag count reduced, do you think any of these changes will be reverted in the future?
I don't think so.
I don't think, like, nah, I don't see any of these things changing in the near future, especially. Like the frag count even, I don't think that's ever gonna get raised up.
Yeah, like playing in scrims today, it seemed like nades were still prevalent, but it wasn't just like nade spam, if that makes sense, you know? Because you had to be a little bit smarter with your placements and stuff like that.
Yeah, let's start off with let's start a bit off of that. What was all the differences you guys saw with these new changes compared to like the old Banner Forges that we've always been playing?
Yeah, we scrimmed, and honestly, like, we played Elevation for one of the maps. People were practicing, like, one less nade. I did feel like there was a lot less nade spam. And in CQC, you definitely relied a lot more on your primary. I mean, there's still secondaries that are decent, like the 1911, or most people are using the Scorpion since it's full auto. They're still decent guns. Like, there are definitely still decent secondaries out there for people to use. So it's not much of a worry anymore in like CQC. So if you have a CQC gun, you're actually going to challenge people in CQC with your primary, and they're not going to be able to challenge if they have like an LMG or something. So overall, I had a lot of fun in my scrims earlier.
Yeah, we were playing in the scrim, and it definitely seems a lot. It's just better. It's just better.
Yeah. As a nade advocate and a tech advocate, it's a little bit hard to say goodbye to those things. But yeah, I think it's for the better for the scene.
But yeah, personally, I really like these rule changes. I really like that we're making changes into the game because I feel like that's what this game needs. Now, we've been playing the same game for 4 years. I think it's about time that we have a change. So I'm really excited for this. I really feel like this is going to give more skills to the game. It's going to make this game more fun for everyone. Anyway, I'm going to end this video now. But yeah, thank you guys for coming here and just talking about these changes.
No problem.